let's just take it nice and easy because you keep getting things wrong. And that's fine, but you need to stop now and concentrate. Okay? Okay. Any minute now. Just going to get this organized and see if anyone joins. Right, let's get rid of this. There we go. Let's get rid of that. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the show. Nobody's watching. Okay. Well, do you know what, guys? You really know how to make a girl feel wanted. I'm so pleased. I forgot something. Okay. Stay there. Don't go anywhere. I forgot something. I'm back. I'm back. Hello. How are you? Do you like my outfit? Look at this. Oh my gosh. I love it. Hello, Maxine. Hello, Kane. Kane. Hello, Nathan. Hello, Rebecca. Hello, Nikki. Happy Sunday, all. How are you? Hope you've had a good weekend. I've actually had a lovely weekend. Hello, Kelly. Happy Sunday. Do you know what? I've had a really nice weekend and it did me the world of good because I've been so down in the dumps. And I went to work. I went to gig and the audiences were lovely. And I was at Top Secret Comedy Club on the Friday and the Saturday night. And I thought, right, I'll go down to Farnborough and spend a few days in Farnborough, which is where I grew up. And I loved it. I really liked it. So I'm thinking about moving again. And I'm finding it hard. And I'd love to get somebody else's experience on this or perspective. I don't know if going around Farnborough, because that's where I grew up, I felt at home, I felt happy, I felt secure, but I don't know if it's a false sense of security because, of course, you feel like that when you go to your hometown. And, of course, like, you know, my mum's not there anymore. And I don't know if it's a false subconscious thing of thinking, oh, I'm home, but actually I haven't been there a few years. And I don't know, it's confusing. Has anybody ever moved back to their hometown after everyone else has left it? That's the question for you today. We're going to do a cocktail today, and I'm going to have two because I'm celebrating. I'm celebrating that I feel like I'm, you know, hopefully making progress. Finally, I feel like this weekend has turned a corner. Rent your place out for 6 months, you can never go back. See, that's the thing. I'm thinking, don't go back. But then it was so much easier to commute. It took me 3.5 hours to drive home yesterday from London after the show. I was exhausted after driving back. And from Farnborough, it takes an hour and a half in and 50 minutes on the way home. And so I think, okay, well, maybe not Farnborough, but maybe down south somewhere. No, move back home, but have thought about it. Not move back home, but have thought about it. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it, to go back to somewhere that you grew up. Do you know what was the nicest things about it? And this just goes how, you know, habitual creatures we are, was just how familiar it felt. Like I didn't have to worry about directions or having the sat nav of, like I knew where I was going. I knew where I was going and what roads to take and what turnings to take. And I loved being there. Dawn, I lived in London for 28 years. I'm back 5 miles home from Scotland. Come to London. Thanks, Neil. Neil, if you can find my house in London, I'll take it. I love my house. But then driving back last night, I thought, you know what? It's time for me to move forward. Like maybe I've been stuck. Like it's time for me to move forward, you know. And I'm quite isolated in Birmingham. I don't really have that many friends up here. I don't have any friends up here. I have one. I have one friend and I call on him all the time. He's my only friend. And then I think, oh, in London, but then in London, I've lived in central London for 10 years. And there were times I was very lonely in central London. So you kind of go, well, you're lonely wherever you are. So then I go, well, how can I recreate my house that I've got here, but somewhere that's commutable to London, but that feels like because I've made a gorgeous house. Like, do you remember when I bought this house? Like, I bought this house in April and I was living in London at the time. I moved out. I had Bernie, tried to rent. They were like, you've got a horse. Came to Birmingham. My sister was living in Birmingham. So I bought a house in Birmingham. I didn't know anybody up here. If you watch God is a Woman, you've seen it all. Nostalgia. I moved from Buckinghamshire to Bournemouth, but still miss my childhood places. Or rent like Farnborough. So this is what I'm thinking, rent Farnborough, right? So then I moved up here. And then when I first bought the house, do you remember after 3 months, after 3 weeks, it flooded and it did £40,000 worth of damage. And I was like, I hate this house. I hate this house. And I feel like it's taken so long to get to this position where I walked in the door last night and the whole way home, I was like, don't go, don't go, don't go. Like, not don't go. The whole way home, I was like, you need to move, you need to move, you need to move, you need to move. Like, I hate it. I want to be back home. I want to go home. I want to go home. I want to go home. And then I pulled up to my street and I was like, oh, but this is my beautiful home. Like, I love my beautiful home. So I don't know. Do you know what I might do? I might be, do you know what? Because I need to make some money, like really good money. So I might sell this house, buy a house, flip it, and keep flipping it until I can have the, £800,000 that I need to buy a fucking 1-bed, 2-bed flat with a garden in London. So today we're going to make cocktails, and the cocktail I'm going to make is the same one that I made before because I love it and it's my favorite cocktail, and I feel like I deserve it. I feel like I've earned it. So here is the ingredients. We're going to do it again. I bought some pink gin, especially. A caravan. Home is where the heart is. Are you an empath, Louisa? So an empath is just somebody that's had to deal with a lot of abuse in their childhood because they get very good at reading the room. I'm good at reading a room, yes. I've changed my mind about calling myself an empath. Come to Southeast London, shall I make so? Yeah, Southeast. I was looking at Southeast, Southwest, but they're all super expensive. Like my house here is like 300,000, right? Probably about 300,000 now. I don't know. There's no way I can buy for 300,000 in London. Like, no chance. No chance. Absolutely no chance. Like, to get my house in London would be like 1 million. Easily. And it's now the right time to do that. It's now the right time to sell and move when we've got like the shit show that is with the economy. So can somebody tell me if now's a good time to sell, if now's a good time to buy, if somebody can tell me blah, 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 blah. Basingstoke. Yeah, I used to go to Basingstoke. Wouldn't recommend it. Small village from Watership Down. Beautiful villages around here. Still close enough to the city. See, I was looking at villages, but then would villages feel weird? Because I'd be like, I don't know anybody there either. So am I going, well, just move to Farnborough there because you know there. But then am I going to be after a month like, oh, now I'm going to leave? And so then I'm like, okay, well then buy it in London. But in London, I can't afford in London. So then do you just stay put until you can afford? Or do you go, right, now make some moves, make that your plan. So be like, right, how do you get to the place where you can buy a house like yours in London? So then do you buy and sell and buy and sell? I don't know. Can you explain more now, not calling yourself an empath? So I saw about something where they said interest rates are going up, more expensive mortgages for many. Yeah, see, my interest rates have gone up. Yeah, but I've just done a new mortgage deal. So I will just move it. Anyway, do you think buy to let is a con? I don't know enough about it. I don't think so. I'd have to look into it. But not calling yourself an empath. I saw this thing about it. They were saying actually an empath just tells me it's somebody that's grown up with a lot of abuse and trauma because they got very used to keeping themselves safe by reading the room. So they'd get very in tune with how other people are responding and how other people are feeling so they could keep themselves safe. And so that now, so I would always be like, oh, I'm really empathic. But actually, yeah, I've got really good. When I was younger, I was quite alert, on edge all the time and reading the room. And so now as I'm older, now when I hear somebody say they're an empath, I just think it's quite sad because you go, oh, you had to learn to read the room, which is a skill set. It's great that you turn it into a positive, but that's how I feel. If Farnborough feels comfortable, you're going to have to make new friends. So why not start somewhere that you're comfortable, that makes you feel cozy, is nothing forever. See, Kelly, I'm tempted to be with you, Kelly, because it does feel comfortable. So I feel like it's a comfortable next step. But do you know what's bizarre is when I was younger, I was more fearless. Like I'd be like, oh, I'll just jump. Whereas now I'm like, oh no, be safe, be cozy, be warm. And I don't like that because there's no progress in that. And I need to make progress. And yes, I had a great show and the audience was so nice. And I talked about my breakup and the audience, one guy was like, you got to give it a year. And somebody else was like, she hasn't got a year. I was like, that's really funny. And then I was speaking to my sister and my sister's friend went on a date with this girl. Let me make a cocktail and then I can talk. Okay. Because I need to make a cocktail first. So tell me what you feel about this. So my sister's friend went on. Okay, hang on. I can't do two things at once. Hang on. Let me change the mic so you can hear me when I step away from it. Let me know if you can still hear me. Can you still hear me? Let me know if you still hear me. Okay. So, oh, that's water. Let's pour that in there. Okay. So we're going to make 40 gin framboise. So I've got this all here. So framboise. We have 50 mils of framboise. I can't say it. Framboise, 15 mils. Oh, I hate it when they don't have the number on. Okay, that's 50 mils. That's 25. Okay, but I'm going to make 2 because I want 2. Where can I stream WWBD to my mum? Nowhere. Ha ha. It's mine forever until I sell it to a streamer. Thank you for your gorgeous reviews on my Amazon special. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. My Amazon special is out now. Politics for Bitches. There's some amazing reviews. I just thank you so much. I can't believe it. Like, you've left so many gorgeous reviews. Right, so 15, and I'm going to make 2, so I'm going to make 30. So if this is 25. Oh, it's got 15 in there. That's clever. Okay, so 15 of this, but we're going to make 30, don't forget, because we're going to have it. We're going to have 2. Because I haven't had cocktails for the last 2 weeks. Oh, and I need to tell you about my Radio 4 series. It rained for the first whole week. Oh, that's annoying, Jonathan. Came back from Thailand. Frambra. Then we add Frey. So you're supposed to use 15 of Frey, and then you use 15 of Frambra, 10 of Frey. So we're going to go for 20. So we're going to go for... We're going to go for 20 of that. So we're going to put some of that in there. Then we're going to go for 40 mils of gin and 25 of sugar syrup. So sugar syrup, 25. So we're going to have 50. That's not right. 25 of sugar syrup. That's going to be very sweet, isn't it? My partner watched your show for the first time and you kept him awake at night. What, because he couldn't sleep for dreaming about me? Hang on. I've got to focus. Sorry. 25 mils of sugar syrup. So that's 50 mils. So that's 50 mils. That's a lot of sugar syrup in it. I mean, that's a lot. I feel like 35 is enough. I feel like we don't need to go so sweet. You know, I feel like we can be cool. Okay, so then we do the sugar syrup. Oh, will you stop turning off? Then grenadine for a splash of colour. Grenadine for a splash of colour. Splash. 40 mils of gin, 25 of lime. So that's what I forgot earlier. Oh, here's my lime. So don't panic, everyone. I have my lime. Keep talking to me. I'm still here. So what do you think? I don't know. I need to make a decision. But I feel good because I felt stuck for a few weeks now. And it feels good to finally feel like, do you know what? You're going to make a decision. Monin is the best syrup, damn French. Did the French do well in the Eurovision last night? Did French do well in the Eurovision? Okay, we're going to squeeze some lime in here. Okay, how much lime is that? Well, that's not enough lime, is it? You're supposed to use 25 mils of lime. That's not enough lime. That's about 5 mils of lime. Good one. Okay, well, that's all we've got. I mean, that's a lie. I have got more lime downstairs, but... Do you know what? It's fine. So we put the lime in. And then... we use an egg white. 1 egg white. Right, how much is 1 egg white? Hang on. How many mils is 1 egg white? 30 mils. Okay. In case you guys need to know, 30 mils. So that France didn't do well. That's a shame. 30 mils. So I've got an egg white here, a fresh egg white. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Okay. Okay. That's exciting. I've forgotten the gin. Okay. And then you put in, what's in this stuff? You're the G to my T. This is pink gin. I thought it'd be nice to have pink gin. So I've gone for 1 gin and it says 40 mils, but we're making 2, don't forget, because we're going to have 2 cocktails. We're going to have 1 back to back. We're going to go crazy. Okay, so 40 mils. Where's the 40 in there? I don't know how bartenders do it. Can you imagine doing this and people shouting at you and being like, do you want to hurry up? I'd get very stressed. I'd be like, do you know what, mate? I'm trying my best. So just jog on. I got off work early so I can finally catch your live show. Remember that time Bernie was growling on the bed? I didn't think she liked sharing the bed with a tray of drinks. She didn't. She didn't like sharing it wasn't the tray of drinks. She didn't like sharing the bed with you. She didn't like me sharing me with you. Right, I've got my favourite contraption here, which I don't know if you can see. So what you do is you put this under there like this, and then you press the button. Ready? Oh, this is called the Love Bug. So just to give you the ingredients again. It is 40 mils of gin, 50 mils of framboise, 10 mils of Frey, 25 of lime, 25 of sugar syrup, and 5 ml of grenadine. And an egg white at the last minute. Oh, lovely. This is called the Love Bug. I had this in the Harvey Nicks once, and it was delicious. And I fell in love with the girl that made it because I was like, oh, June bug. I love June bugs. June bugs are yummy. Me and Pass make June bugs. Okay, so then I need to pour this ice on my. Hang on. It's fine. Okay, it's fine. Don't panic. It's just frozen water. Okay, so we put this in the glass. Oh, lovely. Look at this lovely, delicious, lovely sausages for my mummy. And then to make it really fancy, I'll show you. To make it really fancy, we get some crushed raspberries like this, and we just pour it over. Hard to find banana liqueur. So the banana liqueur you have to get on the online. So then you get some raspberries like this. And you just pour it over the top. Now, normally you'd crush them, but I can't be bothered to crush them. And then that, my friends, is a June bug. Now more yours. Cheers. Oh, guys. Don't even. Like, genuinely. Don't even. It's too nice. It's too nice. I'll put my mic back on. It's too good. Like, it's too good. It's just so nice. I'm in love. Oh my God, that is delicious. Oh my God, that's lethal. It's lethal how delicious that is. So I'm going on tour. My tour tickets are selling, Manchester, but I'll tell you what I did this week. So this week I recorded Gaslit, Groomed and Ghosted, my Radio 4 series. So my Radio 4 series, so what happened was, before the lockdown, Radio 4 had like a call for submissions, and they had a few slots at 6 p.m. I think it was like 6.5 hours at 6 p.m. on Radio 4. But because it was the second year in the lockdown, the commissioner did something very cool and kind. And she wanted to give as many people work as possible. So she split up all the slots. So there was a 6 p.m. slot and 11 p.m. slots. And it was like 6 episodes, 6 slots, blah, blah, blah. So instead, what she did is she gave loads of people Radio 4 series. So I think there's going to be quite a lot of new content coming out on Radio 4. I don't know if you listen to Radio 4, but some of the content will be from moi. So I've got 2 episodes, and the first episode is coming out this Thursday, and then the next episode is coming out next Thursday. It's at 11 p.m. It might be a bit controversial to some people. I mean, I don't think it's controversial. I think it's fucking obvious, but I think it'll be fine. It'll be fine. But it's called Gaslit, Groomed and Ghosted. And it's about how it's new terminology for the oldest tricks in the book. So these things have been happening since the beginning of time, but just people, we've just got new terminology for it now, which is a good thing. So I'll tell you about the episodes a little bit. So one of the things I wanted in the episode is I really wanted, as soon as I got Radio 4 series, I was like, I have to have a choir. Like, I really want a choir. And I had a choir booked in, or not booked in exactly, but they were kind of secured for the show, right? Because I secured them early on. Then it got to the writing of the show, and I wrote the show, and I sent them the show. I don't know if I told you this last time. They were like, "Oh no, we can't. We can't do it because it's swearing." Then the other shows I do about Mary Magdalene, and they said, so the first choir said no because it's swearing. Then the second choir said, "Oh, we like it and we can do it. We don't mind the swearing, but we don't like saying that Mary Magdalene was the bride of Christ." So then I was like, oh crap, what do I do? So I found this girl called Claire Virginia, who's amazing and gorgeous. And so she sang some songs for me, and she layered them to make it sound like a choir. I found her on fiverr.com at the 11th hour. I found her on the Friday or the Thursday, and we literally made. Oh no, I found her the week before on the Thursday or Friday, and we recorded the show on Monday. We recorded this Monday, and my audiences were gorgeous. Like Birmingham did not let me down. I was really worried because I was like, nobody's gonna come, and actually people came. And you record a show, so you give an hour, you record the slot, then you have a break, and then you have another hour. And in the break, they all came back. So you go because if they hate it, they don't come back. But luckily, they all came back. Getting that sweet Radio 4 money. That's why you're buying another house. Yes, mate. You wait, sweet Radio 4 money. Do you have any idea how little money the BBC pay? Like, it's ridiculous, but it's fine. One day, Rodney, I'm gonna be a millionaire. You wait. I'm gonna be so fucking rich and famous one day. You wait. You wait. So it's out this Thursday, 11 o'clock. Oh my gosh, that's so nice. And I just hope you guys like it. I really hope you like it. So I went home this weekend. It's not my home. This is my home. But I went to my old home this weekend. And there was like not a donkey derby, but like a fair on. There was a fair with some classic cars and it's a dog show. And it was so ridiculous. These poor dogs. You see these dog show stuff and you go, oh God, you poor thing. And it was really nice. And I was kind of walking around and there was lots of young families there and people settled down. And I was like, how different would my life have been if I'd have stayed in Farnborough? And I'm happy with the choices I've made. Like, I'm happy with the choice I've made. But I need to take control of my next few choices and stop waiting for life to just pass me by. But the Radio 4 series, it was good to do in Birmingham. I'm glad because one of the things I wanted was to do it in Birmingham. And I'm glad an audience came out. And I would love it if they recommissioned it because I would love the opportunity to do more. But we will see. We will see. And your radio in general is poor. Like, it's just, there's no money. Like, there's no money in the departments. It's all been stripped right back. Like, everything's been stripped right back to the bare bones. Right? It's really difficult. It's really difficult to get stuff made these days. And laws are changing and license things are changing and it's all connected. Like every industry is feeling the pinch. Like, we're feeling the pinch. Every industry is feeling the pinch. Anyway, so it's out on Thursday at 11 p.m. So I hope you like it. If you're my patron, oh, I haven't put my things up. Oh, I was not focused today. I've not been focused today at all, but it's good. I've had a nice day. If you're my patron, you've got a behind the scenes Radio 4 coming soon. I'm going to edit it soon and post it so you can see what happened. Do you think freedom of speech is impacting on your comedy? I think there is freedom of speech. I think comedy is really important and necessary. And I think the live circuit has always maintained that. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like, how can I phrase this? Sometimes I feel like we're all in a circle, right? We've got our own little groups in a circle. And like someone's come along and just done some Chinese whispers just to distract us, and then we're all fighting amongst ourselves. And actually, there is no big bad wolf, there is no big bad bear, but somehow we've created this huge problem that there actually wasn't before. And now it's become a thing. It is interesting, like across the world, how we're seeing like a rise in far right ideologies. Like, it is interesting. It's not interesting, it's terrifying. But even things like the Roe v. Wade case, like the fact that the Supreme Court released it, they're not supposed to release it. Like, what are they? Like, Keeping Up with the Kardashians. They're not a reality TV show. They're not supposed to tease a trailer of what's to come. So I do find that, like, I do feel like around the world, you kind of go, are we getting what we deserve? What we put out there? Because we haven't looked after each other. Not enough. Not on a grand scale. Not as much as we could be or should be. I don't know. And far left, yeah. What is the far left? Can you explain? I'd love to know. Ideas on the far left. Louise just opened a can of worms for herself. But yeah, so that's what happens. Oh, and I want to show you a review I got. Look at this review. Made me so happy. All your reviews made me so happy. Look at this review. I know it's a bit self-indulgent, but the show meant a lot to me, and it means a lot to me that people are loving it. I don't normally laugh at stand-up. Watching at home, the vibe is different to a night out. But with Louisa's show, I found myself laughing, crying, getting angry, and feeling sad that we deserve better than this. We do deserve better than this. Of course, it's essential a comic is funny, and Louisa has this as you or I have breathing. Oh, lovely! But it's when she dissects the human experience, it's both funny and sometimes achingly beautiful at the same time. How nice is this review? I could compare her to Bill Hicks, who also had a heart but was stuck on Jesus' rage setting. You have turned my father's house into a den of thieves. But Louisa is gentler. She persuades you. She brings you to conclusions with facts and love. I highly recommend this. I want to see so much more Prime. She needs a special or a series. How lovely is that? Oh, I love you lot. You're the bomb. Gary Lineker's worth every penny. I think politicians make us argue and disagree in real life when we get on with it. I think everyone's getting away with what they can in politics. Neil Martin says me. Does that mean you're left? Right, I'm going to have more of this because it's it's so delicious. Mm. So, I've been doing some history. Hyperfocus says they're those that are just the same as that for the far right. They seek to control people's minds because of their ideology. Oh, we're all just like. Also, we're going to be dead soon. I feel like I certainly need to recognize that I'm lucky to be alive and lucky to have my health because I'm going to be dead soon. Oh my gosh, I did a great bit. Oh, this beautiful bit. So in Beyonce, I used this analogy of my heart being crushed by the relationship. And I used to be like, my heart was just deflated, like somebody had stamped in it. And I had to get my heart and slowly blow it back up. So I had to be like, maybe I'll do some yoga classes. Okay, so I'm not very flexible. I forget what the joke was. And I am pretty. Okay, so I got a hairy chin sometimes, but I do okay. I used to blow up my heart until at the end, after I'd done all this self love and care, my heart would be beating. So, like visually, I used to like it as a joke because I'd be talking about it was a callback, number one. Two, it was physical comedy. And three, it was a visual of dead heart to then beating heart. And then at the end, I throw it away. But it was a whole beautiful thing. I used to love this thing in Beyonce where I had this beating heart where I used to blow into the heart to make it beat. You could at least give me back my iPhone charger. Anyway, so I did a lovely thing at the weekend. It was so funny. I really liked it as a premise. So I talked about like a house burning down, how sometimes you just got to let it burn. Like you just got to let the house burn down. Even though it's really hard, you got to let the house burn down in order to move forward, right? And then I did a thing and then about like how sometimes when a fire's going out, you go into the fire. And I was like, oh, I like that as a thing. And about how sometimes you might want to go back and be like on the house that's burning down. Anyway, so I did this thing in Top Secret. And I did this whole thing of setting up this house and burning down. Anyway, and then at the end, somebody did a shout out. And because of what they shouted out and what I talked about, my callback, not callback, my throwback, not my throwback, my my retort to them, rather than saying something clever, I just turned and pretended to blow my house again, and it got a huge laugh. And I loved that. My point is, I love that physical comedy, that a physical callback made the room go wild. And I was like, oh, that got me so horny. Oh, it got me so horny. I loved that. Like it was sexy. Like that for me is sexy comedy. And so it made me think maybe that's my new show. When I do Famous with the Baby, it's going to be based on that premise if you've got to let a house burn down. Speaking of my new show, oh, is that a good sign? The 5, 6, 7 wands, not 7 of wands, 7 of swords. That came out as I was talking about a new show, Famous with the Baby. The idea being that I'm not famous or with child. Alfie Brown is to blame for that, by the way. Not because I'm not famous or with child. He has plenty of children. Him and Jessie are doing very well for themselves. It was I remember telling him years ago I did Beyonce. I was like, my next show is going to be called Famous with the Baby. And he's like, it's really funny if you end up calling it anonymous and childless because that's what you are. And I was like, ha ha ha, that won't be me. 10 years later. 7 of Swords means lies, trickery, scheming, strategy, resourcefulness, sneakiness. Really? What's that got to do with my new show? Ending my birthday weekend in pajamas. Had a total blast, but now we need rest. How is everyone? Stacey, happy birthday. So let's do some cards for the week. Let's see what's going on. These cards fell out. What we've got here? We've got hard cards. Guys, these are hard. So we've got 5, 6, 6, 7, 8. We've got the 8 of Swords. which talks about being trapped, restricted, victimized, paralyzed, helpless, and powerless. Okay, so that's maybe where we're at. That's maybe where we're at. And what's frustrating there is the things to cut ourselves free are right next to us. And I know the pictures are just somebody's interpretation, and so part of the cards are your own interpretation, your own intuition. But everything you need to set yourself free is right next to you. You just can't see it. Everything you need to set yourself free is right next to you. You just can't see it. But then you've also got the Six of Swords. So the Swords is coming out a lot today. You've got a woman with a blanket. Is that a baby next to her or a child? Yeah, it's a woman with a child next to her, moving forward, being pushed by the Six of Swords, which means moving on, leaving behind, accepting lessons. Interesting. Famous with the Baby is a brilliant title for a show. You're getting good at interpreting the cards. Am I? Am I getting better? Thank you. Not exactly. It could be leaving a situation before it got worse or fight for another day. Do you know about the hyperfocus? Let me know. So this one is about letting go and moving forward. So it's interesting that we've had you chain yourself and letting go and moving forward, and they're both the swords are in there. They make a lot of sense to the Mercury retrograde. Is Mercury retrograde this weekend? Is it tonight or was it last night? The full moon was beautiful last night. So there's definitely a position of feeling stuck and stagnant, and maybe it is time to move forward. Eight of Swords, you're blindfolded by yourself into thinking you're in a worse situation than you are. Interesting. And that idea of moving forward, it's very hard to move forward. I don't know about anybody else. I find change incredibly difficult. Full moon tomorrow, school will be mental. Eclipse tonight. Is there a blood moon tonight? Amazing. Okay, well, let's keep going then. Let's see what else is happening. We've got Mercury retrograde for a little while now. Tonight is a blood moon and lunar eclipse. Lots of strange energy. You could leave if you wanted to, means the cards. Okay, well, let's keep going and see what else comes up. Everything you need is right next to you. Oh, somebody's coming. These two fell out. 1 second. Hi, baby girl. Hi, baby girl. Oh, so one was upside down. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know if I picked it up upside down or it landed upside down. I think I picked it up as it landed. So this one is the 10 of Pentacles. So the 10 of Stars. So if you look at the actual card, I mean, it's all up for interpretation, but there's a group of people with animals, lots of stars talking. There's a tower behind them, but the tower is fully built. Everything looks good. There's a bridge. They're standing under a bridge. I don't know what that could possibly mean. 10 of Pentacles means legacy, roots, family, ancestry, inheritance, foundation. That's interesting because I'm talking about Bernie. Bernie, stop building a nest. Bernie. She's so naughty. Bernie, stop. That's interesting about roots and legacy and inheritance. Not inheritance with inheritance, windfall, foundations. Interesting as I'm talking about Farnborough, that comes out. So we're stuck if we want to be. We can move forward. An inheritance, family, legacy. Oh. But then this one, a man looking out at the world, was upside down. And it was the two of wands. And the two of wands means bad planning, overanalyzing, not taking action. So not taking action, not moving forward. So not taking that step to move forward. Not taking it, but staying stuck. So that's a very similar energy to this, isn't it? That's a very similar energy to this. So apparently these cards, there's a story in all of them. And every story that you could possibly tell is in these cards, which kind of makes sense, which is why because they've survived for this so long. So even if you go, oh, it's bullshit, they've survived for this long. There's something in it. And there's something in the intuition. And Bernie, you're on camera. What I'm learning from them is that actually they kind of reflect where you're at. I don't know about future fortune telling. I've got no idea about that, but I feel like they're very good at Or maybe what it is because they paint a picture and our subconscious naturally points out what we want to see. So, you know, if you think of the color yellow, 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 all of a sudden you start seeing yellow everywhere. I wonder if it's like that. Oh, these. Ah. The star in the world fell out. The star in the world fell out. I think that's very lovely. So the star is hope, it's inspiration, it's rejuvenation, it's positivity, and it's healing and faith. And the world is your oyster. And the world means completion, achievement, fulfillment, sense of belonging. And that's what I'd love to find. Oh, what a beautiful turnaround for the cards. What a beautiful turnaround for the cards. So keeping ourselves stuck, wanting to move forward, not making change, but staying where we are. Looking at our foundations, who we are, maybe where we came from. Hello, Farnborough. Completion of everything that we've ever wanted. And inspiration, positivity, faith, and rejuvenation. Look at that water. They're drinking naked, happy. Oh, gorgeous. Well, gorgeous reading. Well, thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you like this reading. I hope you let me know if you enjoy these. I enjoy doing it, but I don't know if you guys do. I don't know if you guys like listening to it or watching it, apart from two of you. But you know, let me know if you guys enjoy it. Listen out on Thursday, won't you, for the Radio 4 series? It'll be out at 11 p.m. It's coming out live, 11 p.m. Oh, you like seeing me read tarot? Oh, you like it? Oh, thanks, Leanne and Dawn. Okay, that's good to know. You're a wild woman, says Eiley. Thanks, Eiley. I'm crazy. I'm a crazy cat. 11 p.m. on Thursday. Let me know. They can provide a lot of solace for people. Yeah, they're a narrative, aren't they? They're story. It's just storytelling. I think that's why I'm quite good at it, because I think I'm good at telling stories. So I'm good at like making things up on the spot and just intuitively feeling my way around things. And I genuinely feel like when I read them, not read them, but when I look at them and talk about them, I feel like I find links, and I like that. So for me, it suits. Anyway, please watch the Amazon special if you haven't already. That's something for you to do today. And on Thursday. And I'm going to make an effort to go to London next weekend. You're a Virgo too. We're connected to Mother Nature and the other. I like that, Leanne. I like that. I want to be 40 this year. I need to make some plans. I'm going to go to Belfast because I love Belfast. It's a nice bit of chat before the week. Have a lovely week. And you guys, whatever you're up to, I hope it's a good one. Things will get better. Things will get better. I think it's important. Thing I've realized this weekend is isolating yourself. And I get it. We do. But actually, if you can find a good friend or somebody, or just you know, get out of the house. Get out of the house and try and be with people. You don't have to be with them for long, because I know sometimes it can be exhausting. But just go somewhere where you'll feel safe and familiar and all of those things. Belfast is awesome. It is. Well, Jerry, officially purchased a trip to Ireland in September. Even better, I'll be able to attend the Belfast show. The Belfast show is going to be sick, 24th. And yeah. I went out. I did the show on a Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And on Saturday, my friend Mark just made me laugh so much. He just said like a passing thing. And it was so funny. And it made me really howl. And I just thought, you know what? I haven't laughed like that in ages. It felt good to laugh. So I wish you lots of laughter this week. Lots of laughter, lots of love. And I'll see you guys next time at 7 o'clock next Sunday, right here on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. From me and Bernie, have a good week. Lots of love. And I hopefully hear from some of you on Thursday. Okay, lots of love. Bye, everyone. Bye. Yee.